First contact and misunderstanding. The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium chamber hummed with nervous energy. Delegates from 100 different star systems sat in tiered seating, their various appendages and sensory organs twitching with anticipation. At the center of the grand circular hall, Prefect Zoran of the Krillian Imperium stood ready to present the most controversial report in recent galactic history. Distinguished council members, Zoran began, his translucent skin shifting between shades of blue and green, a clear indication of his emotional turbulence. We have discovered a primitive species that demands our immediate attention. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing images of Earth, blue oceans, green continents, and bustling cities that seemed chaotic and disorganized compared to the meticulously planned metropolises of other advanced civilizations. Ambassador Lyra from the Neural Collective leaned forward, her neural tendrils pulsing with curiosity. Primitive? They appear to have technological infrastructure. Zoran's skin darkened to a deep indigo, signaling frustration. Technologically inconsistent. Advanced communication networks existing alongside archaic combustion engines. Weapons capable of global destruction, yet still engaged in territorial conflicts. Their society is fundamentally unpredictable. The council murmured. Unpredictability was dangerous in the carefully balanced galactic ecosystem. Their biological adaptability is what concerns me most, Zoran continued. The hologram zoomed in, showing human beings surviving in environments from Arctic tundras to scorching deserts. Humans demonstrate an unprecedented capacity for survival and adaptation that defies standard xenobiological models. Ambassador Krell of the Mechanoid Collective spoke next, his voice a precise electronic tone. Statistical analysis suggests an 87.3% probability of technological rapid advancement. Recommendation: preemptive quarantine. But not all delegates agreed. Ambassador Terra from the Harmonic Confluence raised a contradictory point. Quarantine implies fear. We should observe, not isolate. Their potential could be valuable. The debate raged, with each representative presenting data, theories, and speculative models about humanity. What none of them realized was how profoundly wrong they were about to be. Deep within the Council's classified archives, a comprehensive report on human history had been meticulously compiled. It detailed humanity's remarkable journey, from primitive stone tools to nuclear technology in mere millennia, from local tribal conflicts to global communication networks, from earthbound species to interplanetary explorers. What the alien delegates failed to comprehend was humanity's most extraordinary trait, resilience combined with an insatiable drive to overcome limitations. Every challenge humans encountered became an opportunity for innovation. Every setback transformed into a catalyst for advancement. Zoran's recommendation was clear and stark. We must establish strict monitoring protocols. Under no circumstances should direct contact be initiated. Humans represent an unknown variable that could destabilize the current galactic balance. Little did they know that their decision to treat humans as a potential threat would be the most significant miscalculation in galactic diplomatic history. As the Council deliberated, millions of light-years away, humans continued their daily existence, completely unaware that they had just become the subject of the most intense extraterrestrial scrutiny ever conducted. In a small research facility in Arizona, Dr. Ramon Valdez was preparing to test a revolutionary quantum communication prototype. Across the ocean in Tokyo, engineer Hiroshi Nakamura was debugging an experimental fusion reactor design. And in Cape Town, marine biologist Zara Okonkwo was developing adaptive underwater exploration technology. Humanity moved forward, as it always had, one innovation at a time, one challenge conquered, never knowing that alien eyes were watching, calculating, and fundamentally misunderstanding their true nature. The stage was set. The misunderstanding was complete. And soon, the galaxy would learn that humans were anything but a species to be underestimated. Provocation and preparation. The decision was swift and calculated. The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium would conduct a covert reconnaissance mission to assess the human threat level. A specialized infiltration team from the Shadowmere Collective was selected, a group renowned for their ability to remain undetected in any environment. Commander Nyx led the mission, her exoskeletal frame designed for maximum stealth and adaptability. She reviewed the mission parameters with cold precision. "Our objective is simple," she told her team of 6 elite operatives. "We will gather comprehensive data on human technological capabilities, social structures, and potential defensive mechanisms." What they didn't realize was that humanity had already begun to sense something was different. At the United Nations Special Research Facility in Geneva, a team of international scientists had been noticing anomalies. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, a brilliant quantum physicist, had been tracking unexpected electromagnetic disturbances that didn't match any known natural or human-made phenomena. "These aren't random," she explained to her colleague, Dr. Viktor Volkov. "These signals have a pattern. They're almost like reconnaissance sweeps, but far more sophisticated than anything in our current technological repertoire." Volkov adjusted his glasses, studying the complex data patterns. "Extraterrestrial?" he asked, his voice a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Rodriguez nodded. "Possibly. And whoever is doing this doesn't want to be detected. But they're making a critical mistake, they're leaving traces." Meanwhile, in a highly classified military research facility hidden beneath the Rocky Mountains, a different preparation was underway. General Marcus Reyes oversaw a project that had been in development for years, a comprehensive adaptive defense system that could respond to unknown threats with unprecedented speed and flexibility. The system, codenamed Guardian, was unlike any defensive technology previously conceived. It wasn't just a weapon or a shield, it was a living, learning network that could analyze, adapt, and counter threats in real time. "We've been preparing for something like this," Reyes told his top research team. "Not just another human conflict, but something entirely beyond our current understanding." The Shadowmere infiltration team began their mission with calculated precision. Their advanced cloaking technology should have made them invisible to human detection. They deployed multiple reconnaissance drones across different continents, silent, invisible instruments designed to collect data without leaving a trace. But humans had been preparing for the unexpected for generations. In Silicon Valley, a young programmer named Dante Kumar had developed an AI-driven anomaly detection system that was continuously scanning global communication networks. His algorithm was designed to find patterns that conventional systems would miss. When the first alien drone entered Earth's atmosphere over the Pacific Ocean, Dante's system caught it within milliseconds. "Got you," he whispered, fingers flying across his holographic interface. The drone, believing itself completely undetected, began its data collection sweep. It didn't realize that its very presence was now being tracked, analyzed, and prepared for. General Reyes received the alert immediately. "Guardian is online," he said quietly to his team. "Initiate Phase 1 tracking protocol." What the Shadowmere team didn't understand was that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in its individual technological achievements, but in its ability to collaborate, adapt, and respond to the unknown with unprecedented speed and creativity. The reconnaissance mission that was supposed to remain completely covert had just become the first real test of humanity's preparedness for potential extraterrestrial contact. And humanity was more than ready. As the alien drones continued their silent sweep, unaware that they were being watched just as carefully as they were watching, the stage was being set for a confrontation that would reshape galactic understanding forever. The message was clear: humans were not to be underestimated. The unexpected resistance. The first direct confrontation came without warning. As the Shadowmere infiltration team prepared their initial probe, the Galactic Diplomatic Consortium believed they were conducting a simple reconnaissance mission. They were catastrophically wrong. Commander Nyx's ship entered Earth's orbital range, its advanced cloaking technology considered undetectable by any known technological standard. The vessel's sleek, obsidian hull glimmered with adaptive camouflage that could bend light and electromagnetic signals around its structure. Initiating primary scan, Nyx commanded, her multispectral sensory arrays extending like metallic tendrils. Prepare comprehensive data collection. What happened next would be recorded in galactic archives as the most unexpected moment of first contact in recorded history. Guardian was more than just a defense system. It was a living, breathing network of interconnected intelligence, part artificial intelligence, part human creativity, part predictive algorithm. The moment the Shadowmere ship entered Earth's orbital space, 1 trillion calculations occurred simultaneously across multiple continents. At the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, General Reyes watched as holographic displays erupted with activity. "They're here," he said quietly, his voice calm but charged with anticipation. Dr. Elena Rodriguez and her team at the Geneva facility had been preparing for this moment. Their quantum communication breakthrough wasn't just a technological achievement, it was a weapon of unprecedented sophistication. "Target acquired," she spoke into her communication device. "Initiating quantum interference protocol." The Shadowmere ship suddenly experienced something impossible. Its advanced systems began to malfunction in ways that defied logical explanation. Navigation circuits scrambled. Communication arrays collapsed. Cloaking technology flickered and failed. Commander Nix stared in disbelief as her supposedly impenetrable vessel became vulnerable in seconds. "Impossible," she muttered, her species' technological superiority complex crumbling around her. What the aliens didn't understand was that humans had been preparing for the unknown for decades. Every conspiracy theory, every speculative science fiction scenario had been a training ground for this moment. Humanity's ability to imagine the unimaginable had become its greatest defense. Dante Kumar's anomaly detection system, working in perfect synchronization with Guardian, had transformed the entire planet into a responsive, adaptive network. Military systems, scientific research facilities, even civilian communication networks were now part of a global defensive mechanism. The Shadowmere ship found itself caught in a web of quantum entanglement, its most advanced technologies neutralized by a system that didn't just defend, it anticipated and countered. "They're using our own technological principles against us," one of Nix's lieutenants reported, panic rising in his voice. The attack wasn't destructive. It was surgical. Precise. A demonstration of capability that sent a clear message: humans were not just another primitive species to be studied or controlled. As the Shadowmere ship struggled, communication channels across the Galactic Diplomatic Consortium erupted in confusion. The preliminary reconnaissance mission had turned into something far more significant, a stark revelation of human technological potential. General Reyes allowed himself a slight smile. "First contact protocol initiated," he said quietly. "Let's show them what humanity is capable of." The message was clear and unequivocal: humans were watching. Humans were prepared. And humans would not be underestimated. The galaxy was about to learn a lesson it would never forget. Technological breakthrough. The fallout from the failed reconnaissance mission reverberated through the Galactic Diplomatic Consortium like a quantum shockwave. What was meant to be a simple observational mission had transformed into a humiliating defeat that challenged everything the alien races understood about technological superiority. On the Krillian Imperium's Central Command vessel, Prefect Zoran watched the mission report with growing horror. The Shadowmere ship's data transmission revealed something unprecedented: a species that had not only detected an advanced alien infiltration but had systematically neutralized it without firing a single destructive weapon. "This is impossible," Ambassador Lyra from the Neural Collective muttered, her neural tendrils pulsing with a combination of fear and fascination. No prestellar civilization should possess such capabilities. But humans were not a typical prestellar civilization. In a hidden research facility beneath the Atacama Desert, a team of international scientists had been working on a project that would change everything. Dr. Imani Okeke, a quantum physicist with a background in advanced computational theory, stood before a device that looked deceptively simple. "It's not just a communication device," she explained to her multinational team. It's a quantum adaptive network that can predict and neutralize technological threats before they even manifest. The device, codenamed Prometheus, was the culmination of decades of research. It combined quantum entanglement, artificial intelligence, and a revolutionary approach to predictive computational modeling. Where traditional defense systems reacted, Prometheus anticipated. General Reyes understood the true potential of their creation. "We're not just defending," he told his top strategists. "We're demonstrating that humanity's greatest weapon is its ability to innovate faster than any potential threat can adapt." The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium convened an emergency session. The usual calm of their diplomatic chambers was replaced by a palpable sense of tension. Each delegate reviewed the data from the failed mission, struggling to comprehend how a supposedly primitive species could neutralize their most advanced reconnaissance technology. Commander Nix, now facing a tribunal for her mission's failure, presented her findings with a mixture of professional detachment and underlying respect. "The humans did not destroy our vessel," she reported. "They systematically disabled it using principles of technological interference that our most advanced scientists cannot fully comprehend." This was more than a technological victory. It was a psychological statement. Meanwhile, on Earth, the response was calculated and measured. No press conferences. No public announcements. Just a quiet, confident preparation for whatever might come next. Dante Kumar continued refining the anomaly detection algorithms. Dr. Elena Rodriguez worked on expanding the quantum communication network. And in military and scientific facilities around the globe, humanity prepared, not with fear, but with a sense of inevitable confrontation. The aliens had made a critical mistake. They had assumed that humanity was a species to be studied, controlled, or potentially neutralized. Instead, they had awakened something far more dangerous, a species with an unlimited capacity for innovation, adaptation, and resilience. The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium would soon learn that humanity's potential was not just a threat, it was a force of nature. As communication arrays across the galaxy processed the implications of the failed mission, one thing became crystal clear: humans were not just another species to be added to galactic archives. They were a civilization about to make its definitive mark on the universe. Redemption and respect. The final confrontation was not what anyone expected. It wasn't a battle of weapons, but a battle of understanding, a moment that would redefine galactic diplomacy forever. The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium dispatched a delegation to Earth, not as conquerors or observers, but as supplicants. Prefect Zoran led the team, his previously confident demeanor replaced by a profound sense of humility. The quantum interference, the technological neutralization, and the unexpected complexity of human civilization had fundamentally shattered their preconceptions. Their landing site was carefully chosen, the United Nations headquarters in New York. As their vessel descended, no defensive systems were activated. No military contingents surrounded the landing zone. Instead, a small group of diplomats and scientists waited with calm composure. General Marcus Reyes stood alongside Dr. Imani Okeke and Dante Kumar, a deliberate display of humanity's collaborative strength. They represented not just military might, scientific innovation, or technological prowess, but the collective potential of human cooperation. "We come to understand," Prefect Zoran announced, his translucent skin shifting through a complex palette of colors representing vulnerability and respect. "Not to judge, not to control." The irony was not lost on the human delegation. The same council that had once considered humanity a potential threat now sought dialogue. Dr. Okeke stepped forward, her presentation less a show of force and more an invitation to comprehension. She detailed humanity's journey, from primitive tools to quantum networks, from local conflicts to global cooperation, from earthbound species to nascent space explorers. "Our strength," she explained, "is not in our technology, but in our ability to imagine, to adapt, and to overcome." The alien delegates listened, their sophisticated communication systems struggling to process the nuanced complexity of human potential. They had expected a linear progression of technological development. Instead, they found a species that defied every predictive model. Dante Kumar demonstrated the Guardian system, not as a weapon, but as a collaborative network that could predict and neutralize potential threats while simultaneously seeking diplomatic solutions. It was a radical concept that challenged the aliens' understanding of defensive strategies. The turning point came when Commander Nix, who had led the initial reconnaissance mission, spoke. "We were wrong," she admitted before the entire consortium. "Humanity is not a species to be controlled or feared. They are a civilization to be understood and, potentially, respected." Those words changed everything. The Galactic records would later note this moment as the true first contact, not the failed reconnaissance mission, but this genuine attempt at mutual understanding. Humanity had not conquered through violence, but through innovation, adaptability, and an unyielding spirit of collaboration. General Reyes understood the deeper significance. This was more than a diplomatic victory. It was a testament to human potential, the ability to transform potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and mutual understanding. As the delegation continued their discussions, something remarkable happened. The aliens began to see humanity not as a threat, but as a potential partner. Their technological achievements were impressive, but more impressive was the underlying philosophy, a commitment to progress, understanding, and collective advancement. The Galactic Diplomatic Consortium had entered believing they would assess a primitive species. They left with a profound respect for a civilization that defied every expectation. Humanity was not just another entry in their vast galactic archives. They were a force of nature, unpredictable, innovative, and boundlessly potential. The fatal council mistake was complete. Humans were definitely not off-limits. They were, in fact, just getting started.